Hello everyone, this is Running on Empty Food Review. Well, hello ladies, gentlemen, and everyone watching. This is Running on Empty Food Review. I am your host, the Report of the Week, and welcome to this special edition of Running on Empty, because this is honestly an unplanned review. Now you might say, how on earth could that even happen? How much planning even goes into these? But this took me by surprise, and I think it took you by surprise. It took, your parents by surprise. It took your best friend by surprise, whoever. It took the world by surprise. This is truly an earth-shattering event, an earth-shattering release. It is something that changes everything. Today was largely just a day that I was focusing to working on my podcast and just managing some things. And I was browsing around through some of the potential things to review next. And I wistfully gave out a sigh of disappointment. That's for the story, right? It wasn't actually that pronounced. Because there was nothing to try out. And then I see it. McDonald's released the J Balvin Meal. I was blown away. I thought, I can't believe they released another one. And sure enough, they did. So here we are, we're trying it out, and now admittedly, I would have done this a little sooner, but I was almost in a catatonic state at first because, there's only so much the mind can handle, so much the mind can process, and after that, it just shuts down. But to get into things, what is the J Balvin Meal? Who is J Balvin? What is that? Who is that? So here's what this is. This is similar to the Travis Scott meal to the extent that J Balvin is a famous musician, and this is his go-to meal from McDonald's. So he's teaming up with them, again, similar to how Travis Scott worked with them, right? We have J Balvin, who this is his favorite meal, and now they have this, again, as like a little bit of a meal deal, and you could get it for yourself as well. But J Balvin, he's actually one of the best-selling Latin music artists, and he's actually sold 35 million records, which is very, very impressive. He's actually, as we speak, the third most streamed artist on Spotify. So he's very popular, and he certainly is. He's up there. As a matter of fact, when I saw the name at first, I wasn't sure. I knew the name. I knew J Balvin. Okay, I've heard of him, but I don't know what type of music he does. But then as I've researched him, it's a very, very obscure crossover, I know, but I realized I've actually heard his music before, because one of my biggest interests is shortwave radio. I'll tune into stations from all over the world, and I'll sometimes listen to a lot of Spanish stations from Central, South America, the Caribbean, and I realized, oh my gosh, I've actually heard a lot of his music before, so yeah, J Balvin. I wasn't sure with the name, but I've actually heard his stuff before, and he's got some good tunes, as one could say. But that's an aside. What is the J Balvin meal exactly? It is a 3-part meal, similar to the Travis Scott meal, where you have the main course, the side, and the drink. And here's what we have. It comes with a Big Mac, medium fries with ketchup. Right, I did that to show that it does come with ketchup, and an Oreo McFlurry. Now, there are 2 things that need to be mentioned. Number 1, what is the price for this meal? Well, that depends. Unlike the Travis Scott meal, where you can get the entire thing for $6, this does not have a set price. What does that mean exactly? Well, if you get the J Balvin meal, and you could go and you could say, I want the J Balvin, okay? You could say that, and they will know what you're talking about. That's how I ordered it, actually. And they will get everything for you, but you have to pay for each item individually, at least from what I'm seeing right now, because there is no set price. However, there is a special deal if you order this on the McDonald's app. The Oreo McFlurry is free. Now, you still have to pay regular price for the Big Mac and the fries, but the Oreo McFlurry is free. So in some cases it is cheaper, some cases it's not, but it's just a meal that, has the celebrity endorsement and people do want to try out. So for instance, in my case, I paid $6 for it. There were some people, let's say in Boston, who said it's a little more expensive. I had to pay $8 for it. And someone else said, no, I only paid $4. So the price is very flexible, and it just depends on where you're located, but it still seems affordable for the most part. Secondly, and this is the most controversial of all, it has been dubbed a wide variety of things, but people right now are calling it Picklegate. Reason being, J Balvin is not a fan of pickles, right? He just, when he gets the Big Mac, he says, I don't like it with the pickles, so I get it sans pickles, right? But for the J Balvin meal, you order the Big Mac and it comes with the pickles. But in the promotional photograph, right, of the Big Mac, J Balvin with the Big Mac, there are no pickles on it. So the internet is in fierce debate right now. Does the Big Mac have pickles on it, or does it not? Is it, some people are even, they're taking sides, they're digging in, they're saying, you're not a real J Balvin meal consumer if you get the Big Mac with the pickles, so you better watch out. Whereas other people are saying, no, this is a message. It has the pickles on it for a reason. So we're going to find out. I got it delivered, but again, as I ordered it, I got it, I just ordered the J Balvin meal. We've got our drink, a bag inside of a bag. There's those fries we were talking about. And there's the Big Mac. I guess it comes with the napkins, and there's the ketchup too. So it's got all the stuff. We've got everything. This is the J Balvin meal, right? And let's just, how are we gonna do this, right? Kind of like that. You got everything on the plate, right? On the not so silver platter. And again, you got the McFlurry, you got the fries, you got the Big Mac. So what we're going to do, this is what we did with the Travis Scott meal. We're just going to try out a little bit of everything, and then we'll discuss. But first, we have to see what's on the Big Mac, all right? Does it have the pickles? Does it not? Let's find out. So, right there. Let's see. Where are those pickles? No pickles yet. What's that? I see a slab of green. We have confirmed pickle sighting. Confirmed pickle sighting. Pickles have been spotted. They are there. Pickles are on the burger. Okay? We do have pickles. We do have a confirmed sighting of the pickles, so they are there. Let me just adjust the brightness real quick for you here. Sorry. And that's a little better. All right, we do have that pickle sighting. Okay, that is confirmed. But otherwise, it's just a standard meal, so we're just going to try it out. And we'll go from there. So, as you can see, you do have that pickle hanging out right there. The J Balvin meal from McDonald's. It's going in. So we took a bite of the Big Mac. I do want to just get my hands clean because I do have a little bit of sauce on my fingers. And then what we'll do is I guess we'll hit the fries next. And then from there, we'll go ahead and just have a bite of that shake. Or the McFlurry, it's not a shake, right? Got the ketchup here. I know the brightness was a little bit of an issue. Now, I guess what we'll do is we'll just pour the ketchup on the fries, right? They give you the ketchup packet, so looks like I misfired. I got a little bit of ketchup on the Big Mac, but that's fine. I guess it's not the end of the world, right? Voice crack. It's a good ketchup-covered fry. Wow, I'm messy today. Look at that, also getting some of the ketchup on my fingers, but that's why we have such devices such as this to do away with that. And then real quick, we'll just try out some of the McFlurry right here, right? Look at that, there's a giant glob of it right here. I don't know, what should we do? Should we just try and take a bite off of this? How silly it is to eat it this way, but hey, I'm still eating it, right? All right. Well, it's a little bit of a messier meal to eat, granted. Not to the extent where it's to any sort of detriment, but it's just, the Big Mac can sometimes, you get the Big Mac sauce that can get on your hands, and I guess it all depends on how you want to eat the fries. I don't know if J Balvin has a specific way that he goes about consuming the fries. I don't know if that is, canon or not, but I thought, why not, right? May as well put it on the fries like that. Anyway, yeah, it tastes good for what it is. The thing is, compared to the Travis Scott meal, and we just have to understand this, there are no special adjustments to the items. With Travis Scott, he had the bacon and the lettuce on the quarter pounder. This time around, you're just getting a regular Big Mac, some regular fries, regular ketchup, and a regular Oreo McFlurry. So you have to understand that. But overall, taste-wise, I've tried all these things out. I personally like the Big Mac. It's one of my favorite sandwiches from McDonald's, if not my favorite, to tell you the truth. And I always like it. I like that little tang that the sauce has, the zesty, the zesty sauce. That's the better word for it. I just like that it's not overwhelming. It's just a good sandwich. I like the lettuce. I like the beef patties, the two beef patties. It's an iconic sandwich. It's just good for what it is. It can, again, be a little messy, but the Big Mac is good. It's on par. It's how the Big Macs usually are supposed to be. The fries as well are still decent. I think I got a pretty good batch today. They weren't soggy, but they weren't overdone either, but well salted. The ketchup, now usually I go with barbecue sauce or honey, what is that? No, sweet and sour sauce is what I usually go with for the fries. But ketchup is a classic accompaniment. You really can't go wrong with ketchup and fries. It pairs well with it. It certainly works. And the Oreo McFlurry, that's the one that I don't usually get all that often, but I like it. You get the creamy vanilla in there as well, but you get the little crumbly bites of Oreo, in every bite, and it just works well. It's a very, very simple meal overall. You get these flavors that, of course, you're very familiar with. You've had one or the other before, usually, and that's what it comes down to. So overall, taste-wise, if you're in the mood for it, right, this is something that you have to be in the mood for, give it a shot. I think it works well. I do like the pairing, though, of the McFlurry to the sandwich and the fries. But overall, my assessment as a meal, I'm not going to rate each item individually. As a meal, though, I do have just one little issue, and that's that there isn't a set price for it, and that's a bit disappointing. There should just be a set deal for this as a meal, as opposed to having to pay a different price for each one, and then if you sign up for the app, you get it for free. So that's my one complaint. I think that they should just say, all right, this is $6, $7, $5, whatever it is, and let that be the end of things. So that's my complaint. And otherwise, it's a little bit of a generic meal, but it's still fun. People, they like J Balvin. It's one of those endorsements that, gets people excited to go out and want to try it. And that's totally understandable. So out of 10, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10 because it's a little bit above average. It's not the world's greatest thing, but for what it is, again, I think there's a few adjustments, especially with the price, that should be worked out. But from the food standpoint, it's good, and I am a fan of it there. So that's all that I have for you on this special edition of Running on Empty Food Review. I'm your host, the Report of the Week, and that is all. Take care.